How's it going? I'm Crystal Crawford. I'm an Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator, and this is the video series called Entrepreneurographer, and this is episode 2. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is, I don't know about you, but as an entrepreneurographer, I have an endless flow of creative ideas. Like, it's endless, it's constant, it's a barrage, it's an onslaught of creative ideas. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today, easy for me to say, a little today about how I navigate all that and some of the tools that I use to deal with what that is. So, I'm in this creative burst right now. I just got out of a bunch of classes that I take for what I do. And after all of that, I'm always like, And so there's a bunch of things that you want to look at. You basically want to include all of your awareness when you're dealing with yourself. And, one of the things that I'm always looking at, is first being the energy of whatever the money is that I'm asking to create that month. That's really asking for and being that energy. So let's just say I want to actualize $50,000 this month. So it's really okay, so what's it going to take for that to show up? And then leaving it alone. But that's really important, is to really include the ask for what it is you're asking for financially. Now, there's way more videos to do on ask and receive, but just know that ask and receive works. And so you want to make sure you're being that energy. If you're being the energy of I don't know if people are going to show up to my business, then they're not going to. And if you're being something else, if you're being what you're asking for, then people can show up. So that's important. The second with all these ideas is to really look at all the things, right? So I happen to be making this in December. I know it doesn't look like it. I'm in Australia. Did you know it's summer in Australia in December? That's awesome. You want to look at, okay, it's December. Do I want to use the holidays to my advantage? Do I want to use do I want to use Christmas to my advantage? How can I use New Year's to my advantage? What would I like to roll out and buy when? And all of these, you're going to be with every single idea that you have where you're like, oh yes, I want to use Christmas to my advantage. Okay, what do I want to create for that? Then you want to start to look at okay, so when does the pre-launch want to begin? And when does the launch want to begin? And when does the course itself want to take place, and how does the course want to be delivered, and really just functioning from question in totality with that idea. And that's the thing about when you start to build and create your business from question, which is what Access Consciousness is all about. You want to choose, be in question, be a contribution and receive, be and receive contribution, and be possibilities. I sort of fucked that up, but choice, question, possibilities, and contribution. So you're creating business from that place. And so with every one of your ideas, you just want to ask it questions. Hey, when do you want to be? When do you want to launch? And then you just choose. So sometimes you're not going to get a cognitive awareness in your brain about those things, but you just choose. And then you start to create the bits and start to ask it, hey, how do you want to be? How do you want people to pay me? How do you want all that set up? And then also really invite yourself to being non-linear with your ideas. So there's the questions that you ask your ideas, basically do you want to be now or do you want to be later? And you're going to get way too many ideas for you to actualize. In fact, you're going to be getting ideas from everybody because you're psychic. So that's how that works. So you're going to be getting a lot of ideas for other people too, just so you know. So is this mine or someone else's is also a great question of each idea. And just don't go into a lot of head tripping about this, because I know you guys, I know what you like to do. Don't do that. You want to actually just be willing, first of all, be willing to get all this wrong. And second, just get all your ideas, write them all down, do a brain drain of all your ideas, look at all your awareness, the time of the year, what you want to create that month, what's got the most energy around it, because you're going to have a lot of good ideas, but then you're going to have the ideas that are oh yeah, that, right? It's just easy. There's flow there, there's ease there, there's space there. Another question that you can ask around your ideas is hey, what's going to create the most consciousness on the planet, if that's what you care about? And get a sense of the ideas that are going to create the most consciousness. You also want to get a sense of which ideas are really fun for you. Just because something's a fun or a good idea doesn't mean it's necessarily super fun for you. So, if something's not fun for you, it ain't going to create shit. Okay? It ain't going to create shit. It's got to really light you up. And then for the rest of the ideas that you don't choose to institute right now, and this is the thing, is you got to take your ideas from the idea phase to the actualization phase, okay? So there's all the good ideas, and then you got to go, okay, which ones am I going to institute right now? And you may have to play with this for yourself. If you're not great at getting things out in the world and instituting things, you may have to go, I am choosing to institute one paid thing per month. You know I have a friend who did that. For me, it's like 5 or 6 paid things per month, but you got to know yourself and do what works. So you're choosing the ideas that you're instituting, and then you're going to institute them in a way that's fun for you. So you're always in this whole process navigating by looking for the lightness and the space in a thing instead of the heaviness and the density of I have to do this, I have decided I have to do that. Because if you're in your density and that I have to do, you're not actually in your reality. And the thing about creating a business from your awareness is you have to keep choosing your reality with everything. And your reality has a lot of lightness and space and fun to it and ease. So I'm always looking for the ease in all the procedures and all the processes. And if I run into a place where there's no ease, I'll stop and change what I'm doing in that moment. So there's a ton of tools in one video, but that's what to do with the crush of your ideas. And of course, if you like this, will you please share it so other people can find it, because you're amazing, and comment on it and like it and all the things. And I will see you next week for Entrepreneurographer episode 3. Bye.